Don't buy Black Ops 7. So after playing about 5 or 6 hours of the open beta, I can safely say this might be one of the most mid Call of Duty games that is truly not worth your $70. If anything, this is like a $20, $30 DLC. The gunplay is fine, the maps don't flow very well outside of maybe one of them. The movement, and I know this take will age very well, will be a complete and total nightmare and will end up creating a massive disparity in the good players and the bad players. And also the anti-cheat apparently sucks, which is not surprising at all because they somehow, some way, can't figure out the anti-cheat system in any Call of Duty game, but they have a cat room. I'll be completely honest with you, I forgot the beta was coming out this weekend. It wasn't until all of a sudden I saw a YouTube video come up talking about the open beta that I was like, oh yeah, I should probably download that. I got into the game, my first match, literally even though it says in the open playlist that these skill-based matchmaking is more toned down, I literally thought I got punched in the face. Like, what I found in that first game was the massive disparity in the good players and the bad players being in the new Omni-movement. Now, Omni-movement is pretty much the same as Black Ops 6, but there's one key mechanic that's a bit different in the new Omni-movement, being that you can wall run, which is kind of a cool traversal feature if you think about it, but the way it's used is so infuriating. You'll get into gunfights, and this happened constantly, where there are players that just utilize that feature and run around the room on the wall, and it's like you're basically just getting dizzy trying to follow that one guy you're trying to take out, and they'll completely dunk on you every single time. And even on some of the mechanics of the Omni movement, it feels way faster than what it does in Black Ops 6. It feels like it's going to be more heavily abused in this game, and it's going to, again, create that massive disparity between the good players and the bad players. And I'll be completely upfront, I understand it's a skill issue, I truly do, but it's something that will end up deterring a lot of players away from the game, that will end up causing Activision to see these numbers start to plummet, and then them going back and going, well, let's change everything. I do like the Omni movement, but not this version. Like, this is way faster in a lot of ways. And that wall running, while I do think it's a cool feature that I was actually excited for, to at least see back in the game to some degree, it's something that's going to be so heavily abused that it's going to cause so many players to get pissed and never want to play it. If I didn't end up wanting to record anything, I probably would have quit the game. I actually kind of did. At this point, I'm like, I can't play this game anymore. It's too frustrating. The gunplay has a pretty mediocre feeling, in my opinion. Like, there are some guns that are kind of okay to use, but there's just also guns that feel super clunky or just hit like shit. Like, the first SMG you unlock is absolute garbage. It is one of the worst guns in the entire game, and I don't think there's anything that can improve it to me. But there's a second SMG that's pretty goddamn good, if you ask me, but then there's a shotgun that is clearly so annoying because people just sit around corners and just blow you away. The weapon customization, if you've played any of the other Call of Duties over the last few years, it's basically the same exact customization system as all the other Call of Duty systems. I've seen some people talk about the perk system. To me, the perk system basically just seems like the same exact perk system in Black Ops 6. There's nothing special there. The last thing I noticed about the beta, and I genuinely thought it was a bug because I knew nothing about the beta going into it, was that you could play the new zombies map, or one of the new zombies maps in the game. And I can't really offer the best opinion here on zombies because I'm not genuinely a zombies type of player. Like, I like the old zombies, and the new zombies to me is just so mediocre and just so half-assed. But if you're looking for an opinion about zombies, I just still don't feel like this zombies is it. I feel like the old zombies, or the way of that it used to play, is way harder than the new style. What I've noticed in the new style of zombies is everyone just breaks off and does their own thing. There's no strategy, there's no one working together, it's just kind of hope that you get a ray gun and then just kind of get to round 30. Except the game bugged and just kicked me out and or crashed the whole thing on me. I'll leave it at this. The Black Ops 7 beta wasn't anything spectacular. It was something that I was expecting to hate more than I did, but again, I just left feeling kind of mid. I understand it's gonna probably go on to what, 10-8, but to me, I'm probably just done right where I am because I think there's a massive issue with the Omni movement that they really need to explore and maybe fix before the launch, but they probably won't because they never ever do. And if anything, it's just gonna end up being a game that I buy, play for maybe like the first 2 weeks, say it's decent enough and probably keep the same opinion that I have now, and then end up moving on to Battlefield 6 because Battlefield 6 I think is going to be the better game. After playing the beta and what I ended up experiencing in that beta, it was miles ahead of what this is, and that's fact. It is just a better game all around. I think the ideas are way better. I think the passion behind the game is very clear. But Black Ops 7, I don't see any of it. It just feels like DLC, similar to Modern Warfare 3. And I'm not going to be surprised if there's some pretty clear issues going in, like the campaign being kind of mid, multiplayer being a bit weak, and the zombies experience just being the same old zombies experience with just a bit of a reskin or slightly new map. And this is also just my opinion, but if you see someone out there screaming that this is one of the best Call of Duty games in the last few years, just ignore it. I would just end up getting away from that because to me, again, as someone who was very happy playing the Black Ops 6 beta and then kind of just that opinion changing over time because I was kind of disappointed into what it became, I would say from what I played on this beta, it's just, again, it's very mid. It's a Call of Duty game that's just reskinned from Black Ops 6 with a couple tweaks that will end up keeping people happy, but I think those tweaks are actually going to break the game. That's just my opinion.